Hi, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today, Merry Christmas. I hope everybody woke up warm and happy and ready to start your day. I am going to recreate this look. This is kind of what I'm wearing for Christmas. I was going to do a dress, but y'all, it's too cold. It's just too cold. I'm sorry. But today, the palette I decided to use was Uptown Girl by Charlotte Tilbury. And I said didn't have this when I did the look with the exaggerized palette, and how everybody has that ranked as their like number one because Fire Rose is no longer available. Fire Rose is still my favorite. Exaggerized is nice, but I had said I had other ones also, and I wasn't like for sure which ones were my favorite, to be honest, like my number one. And everybody loves Pillow Talk, and I didn't have it. I do have. No, I don't have any of the Pillow Talks. No, I've got the lipsticks. That's what I have. But anyway, I just. I felt like, these were selling out, and I was scared. FOMO, obviously. So I went ahead and got this and the first Pillow Talk. I haven't received the first Pillow Talk yet, so this is why we're going to do this one. But both of the color stories called to me. It was just whether or not, like, was it worth it? You know what I mean? And the other thing is I'm wearing a red lip, obviously. Um, we'll talk about that too. But let's go ahead and get started with the palette so that we can get started. Oh man, a red lip. I'm telling you, it's something else. So the first thing I did was I kind of went this time, which is a shock, I know. But on the back of her palette, she has 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? On how you're supposed to use the palette. Now, I don't ever use it like that. But this time, I thought, let's try it, right? So we're going to go into this first shade right here, the number 1. And I'm going to put it all over the lid. Ooh. I mean, it picked up too much. I don't have any primer or anything down. We're going to put that all over the lid. I'm kind of packing it on and then moving it because I do not want fallout, y'all. And if I did, it would be my fault because I picked up way too much of the shadow. And I'm going to put it in the inner corner also. I do think the mirror in this is a decent size. Not perfect, but not bad either. It does the job. You do not have to use the palette as suggested. But I will say I've never done it before using the palette like 1, 2, 3, 4. But I do kind of like the way it turned out, and it made it a lot easier to just do the look and be done at the same time. For the waterline, I put in the Tartelette, or not Tartelette, the Tarte Fake Awake eyeliner. Okay. So that was 1. Now we're going to go into 2, which is the shade right beside that one. And it says the first one is Prime, the second one is Enhance. Now, I don't know if I'm putting these like where they're supposed to go. I'm just assuming from what I see. Now, whether that's right or not, I don't know. It's kind of like working backwards in a sense from what I'm usually doing. Usually I start with the darkest or the lightest shade, which would have been this shade. I would have started with this first, then went into the darker, then put that on the lid, is how I would have done it. Either, no matter how you do it, it's up to you, obviously, but I'm trying it this way this time, just to see. And I won't lie, I kind of like it. It made it easier to do the look. There was no thought process, it's just get your brushes and go. And this isn't a bad palette, by no means. If you like the color story, I think you will like it. But because I have such a large collection for the price of this palette, you can buy the Natasha Denona Mini Glam and get the same look. You could probably buy the Pat McGrath number Mothership 1 palette and get the same look, although it's more expensive. But you also do get more shades. Of course, it's more than triple the price, but still. Now at Natasha Denona, it's only, $10 more. Maybe 20, 10, I think. And you do get more shades, but there's also more of a thought process in it. So I do kind of like these palettes in the fact of the thought process. There isn't one really. And I kind of like it on days that, you're in a hurry. And depending on what your eye look is. Or what you want it to be anyway. And I'm wearing a red today. Red lip. I thought it kind of went, with Christmas and all. And you know how they say there's that one red lip for everybody? And once you find it, it's done, right? You'll love a red lip. I don't believe that's true. Because here's the thing. I don't not like a red lip, but I don't like a red lip, right? I'm taking that same shade I just used and just taking it along the lower lash line. I think a red lip is a hassle. And unless it's a liquid matte red lip, in which case, with my age, it's very drying. And it makes me look like I'm a shriveled up prune, which don't like. But it's never, I just feel like it's a hassle, right? That's why I don't wear red. It's not that I don't like the color. It's not that I don't like it on me. But I do find it funny because I was sitting here thinking about it, like what red to wear. And I don't have that many reds to begin with because I don't wear them. But I started thinking my grandmother always wore a red lip. Always. No lip liner, just a red lipstick. And I couldn't remember anymore what kind of red. It was a cherry red, I'm pretty sure. Like a really red, vibrant red. But I don't remember the brand anymore that she wore. But always wore red. If there's ever a lipstick on her, it's red. And then a chapstick if not. But I started thinking like she always wore that. And my youngest daughter loves to wear red. And she looks good in it. Yet I just do not like it at all. Although it's not because I don't like it. Like, I don't think it looks good on me. Because that is, I don't really think a red does look good. Especially with the eye looks that I do. But on this kind of look, minus the clothing, it does look okay. But yet, I still really just don't like to wear them because of the hassle part, hassle part. I'm just putting this shade right here, this darker, the smoke shade on the outer corner. But I will say that, like, all in all, I do like this red lip with this look. And I hope it wears okay. But I'm also aware that it might not, but that's okay. But I do like the color, the shade, so far the way it's wearing. And it is a very pretty red. I use the Pat McGrath lip liner in Major to line my lip. And then I went into the Tom Ford Effing Fabulous lipstick. And they kind of worked well together. And I don't see any bleeding so far, which is nice. But that, again, that ain't always my issue anyway. If I wear a good lip liner, I don't have the bleeding. But what I have is A, the wear off, and B, the transfer. Because again, even if I put on a liquid lip, I've got to put a lip gloss or something over it, or my lips are going to look horrible because of my age. But back to what I was thinking is that my grandmother, up until, 80s, would wear a red. And I don't ever remember her having a problem with it. Of course, I wasn't looking for it, but she would just reapply it when needed and go about her day. And that's kind of the way I am with pinky colors or nude colors. But with reds, I just feel like it's so much harder to keep it looking good, you know? I'm trying to make sure I get it even on both sides, which isn't the easiest. I really do have to get faster at doing these looks. I can do both at the same time, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it, you know? And I could edit, but that kind of takes away from the fact that I don't edit, so that you can see everything from beginning to end. And I've lost the brush. Here it is. I'm going back into that second shade. That I used for up here. I see. But yeah, I've really do like this red though. I'm not for sure like what kind of red it is. But like I love the case to it too. It's all black. Like I said, a little black dress. And then this lipstick. You can see I've used it a while because the T and the F is faded off the tip. And then I just felt like it went really good with the shade Major from the Pat McGrath. I thought I had a Charlotte Tilbury red lip because I was going to wear that instead. Guess I don't because I couldn't find it. Alright, now we're going to take that same shade, that smoke shade. Is that right? Yeah, smoke. And I'm going to put it right up on the lash line, lower lash line. I'm kind of glad I did get this palette though. I mean, did I need it? Of course not. But I am glad because I've really been into cool tones lately. And if I was going out of town or traveling or something, this would be an easy palette to compact and just, you know, take along. I'm going to go into that smoke shade. And we're going to line the top lash line with it also. kind of wish I had my refer brush for this. I feel like I'm more accurate with the refer brush than this brush when it comes to doing this. The refer is very small with the bristles and very you can get very precise. The bristles are too long. And I kind of think they're a little thicker too. And they're not as firm. It doesn't make it a bad brush, but it's not my favorite. I've thought about cutting it. I need to cut it. I need to buy a backup of this brush just in case when I cut it I mess it up. Or I guess I could just buy another refer brush too. That would probably be the easiest thing, but I'm not in it for easy, I suppose. I like to make things difficult for myself. Okay. Up, and then the pop shade. The very last shade. I will say I do like her pop shades. I'm just going to pick it up like that. And watch, it's so pretty. Okay, so here's the look so far. We're just going to pop it right in the middle. Now this is the shade you do want to be careful with. I would suggest spraying it or applying it with your finger because you will get fallout if you don't have something down. But I'm just applying it right in the middle. And it's so pretty. It's just like when the light hits it. It's so beautiful. I just really like that shade a lot. Alright. Then I'm going to put it on my inner corner too. Even though I already have that, I just want a little bit of oomph on that inner corner. So, again, spray if you don't want fallout. Because if not, you will get it. Whether you want it or not. Okay, and then for mascara, we're going to use the Charlotte Tilbury in Super Black. I'm not a fan of this mascara. It transfers. But we're going to use it anyway because, you know, I'm using Charlotte Tilbury, so why not? And we're going to put that on the top lashes. If it wouldn't transfer, it wouldn't be too bad. It's still not my favorite mascara. But it wouldn't be bad. And I find it funny because this one transfers, but the brown don't. The Dream Pop I have. And it's a different color. It's a beautiful color. I kind of like the brush, and I kind of don't. It's like a love-hate relationship with the brush on these. It works, but if you're a beginner, you want to be careful because it's pointy, it's hard, It does take some time getting used to it, I'm not gonna lie. But if you get the hang of it, then you're good to go. And if you don't have hooded eyes, you're good to go. Or you'll get transfer. Or you can always wear falsies. I think falsies would bring this look together. And again, I like the way she named this palette, Uptown Girl. I kind of can see it. Okay. Well, maybe. There we go. Okay, and get those lashes in there. Again, not my favorite mascara. Not the worst, not the best, but it's alright. Now the brown, absolutely recommend it 110%. Dream Pop, you will not be... The shade of brown is so different than any other brown, and it just doesn't... It doesn't smudge or transfer. So I am so confused on why this one does. I don't know about you all, but I am so ready for the cold weather to be done too. I'm surprised my cheeks aren't as red as my lips, to be honest. So cold. Okay. Alright. I think I need a little bit more of the number 2 shade. Right through here. And then it's even. Perfect. I think they're both the same. I do. I think they look good. And again, the lipstick, loving it. I did use her. Is this it? No. I used this. I'm getting use out of this. The Glowgasm face palette. Look, I'm making a dent in that bronzer. I usually only use this one, and then this one. And I've really been enjoying it. So I used that today on my face. For foundation, I used the Tom Ford to set it all. I used the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish #1. And for concealer, I used the NYX Bear With Me. And this is actually too light for me. It is in this one. I don't know what the shade is. Oh, light. So, but it is too light. And then the Tom Ford. This foundation is really good. And I hate it that it costs so much money. But at the same time, man, I love it. It is such a good foundation. it covers, but it's so thin, but yet it has coverage. Like, it's weird how it works, but I've really been enjoying it. And then for the primer, I actually used the Natasha Denona Hydrogen uh, Skin Glass Hydrating Priming Serum. So that is all I have for you today. Oh, there's one last step. I wanted to wait because this is what I wanted to show you. But I wanted to apply this gloss, Celestial Ruby by Pat McGrath, on top of this. Just kind of in the middle, I think. I mean, if it don't look right, oh well, it's the end of the video. You know what I mean? But I did want to try it because I haven't used her glosses in a while. And this is a very pretty gloss. And I feel like it's Christmassy. And I could have just used this with her lip liner. Yes, please. See, it just... Oh, okay. Whew. I was like, what was that? But no, it's fine. It just makes it look really shiny and almost metallic in a sense. But the problem, I know, will be it will go up into my lip lines. The gloss will. Even though Pat McGrath and Charlotte Tilbury lip liners and Natasha Denona are really good with controlling the bleeding, like, I don't know why, but they are. If I put a lip gloss, doesn't matter what kind, it's like that combats that lip liner and I will see bleeding. And usually it don't matter, but with a red, it matters. It really does. But that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you all are having a very Merry Christmas. And give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday, but of course it's holiday, so I'm uploading on a Sunday. But because I just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas and to, you know, sit down and do what I'm wearing for Christmas, my Christmas look, technically. And that is all I have for you. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.